Okay, got all of these little cheese slopes and attempting to use the counting, well, you can't see that, there it is, counting calculator to be able to do this. I counted that beforehand. I calibrated it to the piece, to 25, then dumped them all out, counted out how many were in there, and then dumped them all in, and that is the correct number. So I'm going to do a couple. That screen, maybe it's not showing up in the actual recording, but on my phone screen it looks like you can't even read the number. But go ahead and try a couple other ones that I know are smaller quantities, see if it'll even register 1 or 2, which it should. Seems like it's fairly accurate enough. But yeah, that'll help me list out these slopes a lot better, just a lot more quickly to jam through them all.
Well, rock on. We have sold the McLaren. I got the sell notice just now, so I'm going to actually flip this over because the box is upside down, and I don't want Postal Service or anyone to mess things up because it's upside down. Probably won't matter at all. But I'll flip all the stuff in there, tip up this end. The other end just has like painter's tape, so that needs to be taken off and real tape put on. And then send out the actual shipping invoice for it, because I have any sets I sell of size I put on invoice shipping. Makes it simpler. Don't have to worry about where it's going, anything like that, or that the numbers in Brickowl or Bricklink will be wrong compared to what it actually would be to ship. So yeah, pretty awesome.
Just wanted to share a quick update here at the end of Wednesday. We got a cool order in that I'll be packing in the morning. It is a 440 item for 67 lots, coming in at about $40. And they cleaned me out of a bunch of things, like one by one of these plant pieces in several colors. There's that bright light orange, the dark pink, green, or is it magenta, red, a bunch of those. So really awesome order, where basically all the lots that I had, or all the pieces I had for a lot of these things, 21 of these red flower pieces gone. So awesome order. I'm excited about this one. I'm sure it'll be a bit of a doozy to pick it all, but that's totally fine. I am more than pleased to pack this up. There's some sticker parts in here, all of my flat silver Minecraft pickaxes, a bunch of these friends, bows, and flowers and such. So really appreciate the order. I'll be packing that up tomorrow morning. And then the McLaren buyer ended up paying for theirs this afternoon. And then just a quick update. Right now it's showing the 1384 and 268 lots, but this isn't counting all the lots that were cleaned out of, because this is like where I started at the beginning of the day to where I am now on pure lots and parts, not counting just new, but like the net change. So this would have been like 1,700, 1,800, because I added that many and then it took away the 440 for that order. This would have been 268 plus however many lots I was cleaned out of on that order. So lots of good stuff. I uploaded a bunch of city figs as well, probably 2-3 dozen. So I know they're not big sellers, but it did help to clear out some of that tub that was there, and I finish out some more of those that just needed like a hair piece or something to finish them out. Most of the ones in there now have more than a couple things that need to be fixed or adjusted, so I'm going to pause on those. I think tomorrow I'll get into this bag, try to upload what I can, or wish list the stuff that I don't have. Same with these, and upload those. So yeah, good close to this Wednesday, and I will catch you all in the morning.
All right, then it is Thursday morning, and I have finished putting up all of the various arches and the 1x2 or 2x1, whatever they are, 1x2 by 2/3 slopes, and then
just some random arches and some other little bits and bobs that were left over from the whole big slope thing. That comes all. This amount is 431 items with 71 lots, coupled with the items and lots from the past 2 days. There's probably like 30 or so figs in there, but everything else is just these cones and such. So overall, we're at what, 431 plus 1384. So say 1400 plus 400 is 800, or 1800 plus that. So we're at about 2600 parts, and 210, 268 is 570 or 478 plus the 71 from today brings it to about 540. So yeah, in that one bin there was about 2000, whatever we said, 2600 parts and 500 or so lots. So that's a pretty solid upload in the past few days. I still have the biggest pieces and the inverted ones, but there's not a ton in here, probably a couple hundred, maybe a few hundred. And there's a lot of these big ones like that, and they took up a lot of space, and they're not exactly highly sought after, so I'll eventually get those all finalized. Some of these, like, I don't even know if I want to do that now or toss it in the car bin, because that's really the main purpose, but you know, they can be used in mocks and stuff. This came in the vampire castle, if I remember right. Like that kind of thing, and a few other bits in here that are kind of like that. I think some of these might be worth a little bit, but anywho, those will come later. Maybe this weekend I'll finally bite the bullet and do that. Probably put most of those in bags. I'm running out of space and these overflow. I don't even know if there's anything left in here. Oh, okay. They can go in 5. Yeah, so I'll be able to put those in overflow 5 and finish out that. I'll probably hit wedge plates next. Though this weekend, I kind of want to try to knock out some of these color bins and get those taken care of. I'm kind of tired of that being more or less dead space. Get those. I'm going to be getting rid of this table. We'll use it for trick-or-treating, because we trick-or-treat in our neighborhood, and we usually leave a big wooden table down at the end of the driveway with stuff on it, but I'm tired of carrying that table down. This table has served that purpose sometimes, but it's usually pretty full. So I want to clear it off, be done with this, have a shelf that is significantly thinner, or a table in the middle, figuring that out still, and then be able to use this properly for many different purposes rather than just being a Lego table. Because, you know, it's, one, it's marked up on, 2, it's not like smooth and flat, so there's kind of, it's not the greatest for what I'm doing. So I think a big board here, kind of like what I said Keith at Brick Arena uses, I think would be great. I got 3 more of those Acro 64s coming in, so I'm going to put 4 right there. They'll fit just perfectly with a little bit of room to spare. About 5 inches total room to spare on this wall, so I might put it towards the edge, leave myself a strip here, and I can put another strip of those next to it. But then it'll come, you know, right about here, which is perfect, because then I'll still be able to pull these out, pick what I need, etc. That's kind of easy enough stuff to cover. And then I ordered 18 more of these. There's 20 here, and I measured, and 20 more would come up above the door, so 18 comes a little bit below the door, which I think will be visually the best option. And then they'll give me space to use all that. And you can see I'm using some of these here, and I've got the bins over there as well. But I got those there as I was fixing up some of those figs yesterday. So they're super handy.
for that, being able to dump in there and do that. And I can just take what I need off of there versus having another like tackle box situation that takes up a decent amount of space. I want to eventually move away from that one as well, potentially putting those pieces into that wall area there. So yeah, part of me is halfway tempted to put a little acro aisleway right here, double facing, but I think that's just going to be asking too much of this space. And just too much of anyone who has to walk through here. So I think I'm going to go with that current option. Slide this, get rid of this table, have something that's only about that wide, just so that the various stair lights can fit underneath it and be easily accessed. And I'll go along with that stair light. So about this far out to match the stair light there. And then I determined I can fit 2 more acros under these should I want to. So that's a potential down the line to be able to do as well. So yeah, just constantly evolving the space, making it work for what I've got, and carrying on from there.
Picking this order now, and they pretty much bought all of these kinds, but I'm going to color sort them and put them in different bags. Kind of a favor to them, just because I want to make sure my counts are correct and everything. Yeah, otherwise, they got a bunch of these bows and flowers, some sticker and printed parts, a lot of different other things. So, super cool order. Really appreciate it. So far, so good. Oh, it actually went up by 1. When I put it on, it was 44. Turned around, came back, and it was 45. I'm going to count them by hand to be sure.
And there we go, all packed up. One thing I did have an issue with is I had this split with 11 of this color and then 40 whatever of regular green. So I'm going to refund them for the green that isn't there and just send in all of these. I just had those mislisted. Yeah, lots of cool stuff in here. You got this one. I wrote new in the top. I had some Scotch tape, but it ran out, so I need to replace that. But just tried to bag things that made sense. And the separate little bag. So there's like 2 variants of bows in here and 2 variants of flowers. So I put the variants in the smaller bag inside here. All this together because there's not enough. It's not like these things where there's a bunch of them. So yeah, all in all, amazing order. Love it. Thank you so much. Quick mail call. Wouldn't really make a big deal about it, but since I did comment in either this video or the last one about this coming in the giant box last time, this one came in this little flat pack, which is way better for what it is. Yeah, so pretty cool pack. It's got a great part out value. I'm sure that'll decrease some as everyone uploads all the stuff. Happy Saturday, everyone. It is technically Saturday afternoon, nice and bright out. Got a new Pixel 8 phone, Pixel 8 Pro, trading in my 7 for this. So far so good. This is the 0.5 wide angle. The other one, the Pixel 7 can only do 0.7, so technically there's a wider spectrum to be able to do things. And then I can zoom in just with a tap to 0.5 with the telephoto lens. And let's see. Let's get something that we can actually look at. And that's pretty good. 2, 1, 0.5. Snazzy. So this is not an advertisement for Pixel 8. Google's giving me absolutely nothing. They're taking all my money. But just excited about a new phone. The other thing to be excited about, besides this cool Pixel watch that I got for free with the phone, is... ta-da! We've got the acro containers up. We got 4 of them brand new. They were 38-ish a piece. It's funny how clean and clear these drawers are when they're new. All these other Acro I've bought like used, and like this one has trouble coming out just because those edges are gnarly. Like, I don't even know how you get that way, unless it's just a manufacturing standard shift over time. But anyhow, so yeah, happy to have 64 times 4. Someone do that math. New drawers. I will probably enumerate them starting with E up here and go E1, 2, etc. I think that'll help to just mentally delineate between the two sides rather than continuing on from right there. Still up in the air if I'm going to put another Acro 2 down there or move some of these over there, but I don't need to worry about that for a bit. If I put down more there, then these drawers will shift down that way, and then everything will shift down, and then the new drawers that come in those will go over there and get renamed, etc., etc. So yeah, that's the latest and the greatest. I kind of made it a little tall, a little higher than I was necessarily planning on. I was planning on it being closer down to here, and that would have had a little bit of space here, but I didn't think about it until I'd already gotten the 2 of them on this side, and I was just like, forget it. Let's just go with what we got. So that gives me room to either put like a small shelf on top of here, which could be a really good thing. Got some ideas and options. If I do a shelf, I'd have to figure out a way to get it to mount on this side without needing too much going on. Those arms actually could work. I bought these for inside this little utility shed closet thing. But actually, that could work pretty well. Yeah, alrighty then. You know, we might go with something that kind of action. Yeah, I can get it just low so that the minifigure bin drawer things can fit underneath it. But then I buy myself that much shelf space. I think I'm going to do that. That's a great idea. Thank you, everyone, for thinking of that idea with me. I'll get a tape measure later and figure out the actual specifics. Feet. Yeah, I could get it to come out to about here. Sit right. Yeah, just a few centimeter above the top of these, just so that they don't catch too much when going in and out. But then when I need a pull fig, I've basically created a drawer system without needing drawers. And then if I get it, 3/4 inch thing, I'd have about 4 or 5 inches. So I could put either another series of these, because these will tightly, I probably couldn't do 2 unless I took the lid off. But there, could do a double stack. Could just be a small shelf area, since the table will be going away. I could have stuff there, and then I can mimic that on this side. These are a little bit lower. Sorry, I keep pointing the camera wrong spot. These are a little bit lower than these, I'm pretty sure. I'm not actually positive, because that is pretty close. Without my measuring tape is upstairs, I don't care enough to go get it. But that's pretty close to that. Let's see, I can use myself as a measuring. If I stand normal shoulder, come to about the 3rd drawer. So normal shoulder. I'm sure this is so obvious to see on the camera. It's about 3rd or 4th, so pretty close if it's not exactly equal. If I got a little spike, put something there. Or if the tall neck would go right there pretty well. That's actually a good idea. Let's try that. I'm surely not going to drop this at all. Reach for the sky. It's like I need the Horizon Zero Dawn music playing right now. I like it. Is it hitting that wood? It is hitting that wood. Now, let's see. I might rearrange the model itself because it favors the opposite direction. Like that. There we go. Nice. All right. So that's cool. I like that there. It's nice. It was kind of awkward on there. You could see most of the underside of it. Wasn't the greatest on that shelf. So I have this space and this space that I can do something with. I don't really want to get rid of my nice, I think they're alder wood shelves. I do like them, so I don't really want to get rid of them. I don't use these a ton anymore, and they can go in another spot. So there for now. I can put them in the drawers probably. My goal is not to get too many more sets of anything, just because they're slower movers. I don't really care enough to try to figure all that out. So I'm not going to use that space for shelves. Nothing really like here that can move up. There's these minifigure bags here that could go up, but I don't want to confuse anything too much. Let's build a little figure box. Go up there. That works. These things, they don't really have a home. And they're not being used. I wonder if they could go I mean, just for now. Stacks everywhere. Stacks of stuff. But I'm gonna pull these out. Not so much you do this crap back there. That for the moment. So get these out so I can remember. Yeah, this is just Jurassic Park, World, whatever stuff, and some city stuff. Just need to break it apart, filter the pieces down, etc. Some of the friend stuff needs to be clean. You can see I started on some of these panels put in there. The main thing I've been working on is the shuttle adventure / expedition. It's going to actually be kind of a weird combination of the two sets because they both use different building styles. When you build the shuttle, whichever one is the first one, it's 10 something another. They're both a 10 something. But the one of them, first one uses like 1, 2, and then there's the plate, and then so on and so forth. But then the second one, the reissue, that has these supports that go along the side here. I can't remember the right spot. The supports go along the side here between the various booster stages. This is part of the reissue. So I'm building it with that because it's a more structurally sound system. But then I built this part of it using the reissue. So the way that this gets built, and I think the order of this one shifted a little bit. Like I think it was meant to, in order to accommodate the right spots for the Technic pieces here. Because originally these just go plug straight into here rather than the interim beams. So the order of what layers in a stack is different between the two sets. And there's a couple other things like the landing gear on this one. There's these blue pieces that are, can't really see in there, but they're like arms that go in there. They help with the actual holding it in place for the landing gear. On the original, they're built like this with these pieces, which is what I had. So I know I have the original. I'm kind of upgrading parts of it. But in the reissue, they're
half plates or half lift arms, and then they have a half piece with it as well. I don't know why that shifted. It doesn't seem like it would have given you anything better. But anyhow, I'm slowly rebuilding this, both from some of the pieces that I've got and also having to find pieces in my collection, my store, etc., in order to finish it out. So yeah, I've got a wish list going on. There's probably, I don't even know how many pieces on there now. It's 15 or so on there. I need to find it's the corner plates, whatever they're technically called. Yeah, that's my next step. And then some stuff I'm missing, like the rocket boosters on here. There's 3 of them, so 1, 2, and then the 3. But I've got the wherever I stuck it, I don't remember. But it'll sit in here and stick out. But I'm missing a hinge piece, and needs to go in there. A bunch of different like random things that are missing. Oh, here it is. So this goes down here, and then the 3 on the end. So yeah, once I get that done and built, I'll display it somewhere. Maybe where I just put that tall neck. Maybe try to have it on display at a library or something for a bit. And then eventually see if I can get someone that wants to buy it. Just because it's not a proper one or the other. It's kind of a combination of the 2 sets between the building styles and the upgrade. So we'll just see. Should be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to build this for a little bit more. And then my partner and I are going to go see Dracula in the theater tonight. So that's going to be awesome. Peace. Good morning, my friends. It is Sunday, October 15th. And we finished up what we could of the shuttle. Pretty neat set. So you're missing some of the stuff for the back. Tail on there. Pretty sure the back of this thing was missing when I got it, along with like the cone of the booster and such. That's why I'm having to order so many of these pieces. But I placed orders this morning with 3 different stores. Pup Kiwi's Bricks being one of them. He's a regular on the Bricklink Discord. And then I had a coupon with another store, 3 Brick Bears, I think, and I forget the third. But yeah, so that's where that went. Now I'm working on this one, and I'd started to build stuff out some more because it was partially done here. Started to work on it some more, and just like realizing I'm missing lots of different random pieces. I only have 2 of these domes, and there's supposed to be 4 inside or across the whole thing. So I'm cutting it and making a decision. I'm just going to part this out. I really wanted to build it because I thought it would be a pretty neat ship to have, and it sells pretty well by itself. But I think it's just going to take too much and require too many orders that probably won't even be profitable when it's done. So parting it out. Yeah, that's your morning update. Oh, put a mail call. Not that one. That one I already had. Not Pokemon cards. But I got from Facebook Marketplace. The whole lot was for $75. Included a Velma. The torso and the legs are the most expensive parts to Velma, and they're in great condition. The head just has like a little bite mark, but I have a head, which I'm pretty sure is in great condition. So yeah, Velma plus a couple Shaggies and a couple Scoobies for $75. That'll be easy profit there. Yeah, that's all for now. I'm gonna get cracking on breaking this apart. And I might throw in a couple of those other stuff that needs to be broken apart while I'm at it. Depends on how the rest of the morning goes. Cheers.
Good morning. It is Monday, October 16th. And I have been taking care of the one of these that was full of Jurassic Park stuff. So this one still has some of the Arctic things I need to go through. But I finally took care of this one that was full of Ninjago bits. As you can see from all of this, it was one of the dragon sets. Not a particularly expensive one, but one I had considered keeping around for a bit. Anyhow, not sure if I'm ever going to find all the pieces for this buddy. But slowly and surely, that looks wrong. Oh, it returns. Okay. There we go. So he's got his right side. Just needs his left appendages. Pardon, Sylvie. Speaking of Loki and Sylvie, I've been enjoying Loki Season 2. Watching a recap video this morning whilst I disassemble all of this. So now, I'll just do some basic cleanup. Ties and jumpers. So I like these pab cups for this purpose, where they can be used to be the category sorts. Might put them up here to use up some of that space once, because this, as I've said before, this table is going to go away. So up here could be a spot. Now they need an interesting amount of space for those. I've said that this tower could be used for that kind of purpose. There's at least 6 bays in there, so you can even use some of those cups inside the drawers and have a couple different options in that. But the sorting section is something I will need. So, and then all of the, I guess I didn't show that. Maybe I didn't show it. I don't remember now. But I sorted through, I had those kind of bins of plates. I guess they're right here. So sorted through all of the plates, the non-wedge ones. These are extra wedge there. So I got all of those. Which some of these now, after breaking down those sets, need to be sorted into all of that. Car stuff that I don't care about at the moment. That drawer will soon be full. More slopes. Goodbye. So, after doing all the slopes, I am now starting to replenish said slope supply. Brackets, modified bricks. Brackets are down here. Modified bricks. So yeah, slowly starting to feel like a real boy. Things. Modified plates will need to be gone through soon enough. Technic is now quite full. After breaking down all these various sets, the clone gunship, I did find the other 2 domes for the clone gunship. I said I only had these ones. I only had 2 out of the 4, but I do have all 4. I still want to break it apart and not use it. But so I've got that set that I took apart, that guy you can see. And And then that's the gun chip that is not being built after all. So gotta list those instructions. They're actually, I think, decently valuable. Maybe not much, but something. Gotta get these out, which I'm sure will be a real joy. And then these are some like chunkier parts that kind of belong to those buildable figs. Kind of don't. We'll see about that. Anyhow, it's getting close to the time for my kids to wake up, so I'll probably get those plates sorted down into its various categories. And then there's 4 or 5 orders to pick, which I'll probably get after I drop them off at the bus stop. The kids, not the orders. And that should be good for this morning. Cheers, thanks for coming along.
All right, we have 50 lots with 153 items across 5 orders. That's a whole lot of 5s. Let's see what we got. So that's my shirt, Captain America. So 32.96, 17. This one of the earlier ones. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of like, wow, focus or lack thereof. All right. A falconer. All right. About time to sell some of those falconers. Let's get going the right way. We have ABCD. Yep, sorry about that. Ah, wrong hand. Hey. C. D. And E is all of one item, so I'm not super concerned about that. I'm not going to pick the whole thing on camera. Let's see. Oh, I moved this over here, didn't I? I have 1 spaceman left. Everything's falling. Everything's falling. What do we have here? Spaceman, he's still there. 1 falconer. In here. Do the field test to be sure. Yep, I feel the falcon's wings. That is order B. Something like that. And there. Sorry, I feel like I'm constantly putting the camera in the wrong place. Wait, falconer, order D. Huh. That was a close one. That was a close one, my friends. Yeah, like I said, constantly putting in the wrong spot. Falconer, done. Gorgonzola. Oh, there's a whole bunch of figs in my delightful Brickling bag. So I'm going to pause the camera here, and I will come back if there's anything stupendously interesting. We have a Fabu fan there. That's cool. And Gorgonzola. And the close focus on this camera is so much better. Wow. I am basically touching the screen. Whereas before, on my Pixel 7, it was like, here, it was out of focus. So I dig that a lot. Anyhow, I'm going to get some of this packed up before I have a call later. There we go. I love how they both have the same scared face. I guess they're both in the Lego movie, because he's Lego 51. She's 42. She's also worth $8.50, which I didn't realize, so that's cool. They both go in there. Then we need to pull out a skeleton from there, and then it's on to parts in the drawers. So far, order B is turning out to be a lot cleaner. At least that's my just now made up term for someone who buys all of something. So in this case, they bought 9 of these ones with the trans blue and trans purple. None of those. They bought all 16 of those ones that I had. So thank you, order B, for cleaning out some of this stuff. And now we keep going. Here's another great example of why I am doing the pick by location instead of pick by order. It might be something where I have to pay a little bit more attention, but in this case, I only had to look from this drawer once because both of these orders ordered the same parts. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Brick Freedom. It tells me there's 2 in a specific order. There was actually someone was talking about that on the Discord. Let's see, 3 and B and 2 and C. Someone was talking about that in Discord the other day, where they had, it was like 100 and something of, or it was hundreds of an item, and then they pulled them all out, dumped them all in, and then realized the next order, or an order that was in the same process, needed like 1 or 2. So they had given all of them, it said 0 remaining on the brick link printout. So they just assumed it was all the ones that were in there. Then they saw the other order and they had to take some out of, I think it was an already packed up box. Because it said it was all gone, it wasn't accounting for the other order in the same group of orders had needed some. So this is pretty damn handy, where I can see that it needs some from another order. And then it tells me how many are still left in my drawer, which in this case is, I'm going to assume is correct. But I think that's a pretty cool feature. Another reason I like using Brick Freedom, well, I just knew about this, but Brick Freedom has a lot of extra stuff like that versus using pick sheets off of Brick Link. So again, I really like Brick Freedom. Even if you don't use it for syncing up with Brick Owl, I think it's great for the pick sheet and the posting and everything that it has built in. Good stuff. Sorry if this is offensive to you. Thumbs up. There you go. All right, onward. Well, apparently the low-key show is paying off, because this order E only got low-key, short legs. So that's pretty cool. SH 486. Nope. 480. Whoa, oh, there it is. Is that order? Order E. Bada boom. All right, so B is once again still, I'd put some over here. Clean me out of those and those. Got a bunch of cool Shakira, City Guy. B has a bunch of other goodies in here. Clean me out of all the red cones. So once again, clean out order, doing great, or whatever I called it earlier. Got a couple Star Wars ones coming over here. So Loki short legs, got it. Ooh, they want 15 of my minifigure stands. So I'll get those out of the overflow bin. You can see, well, they've got some 8x16, 6x8. That's awesome. So going to be using those dash bags here in just a second. But for now, we got an overflow 2, which is my non-created stuff, because all the new things is just kind of thrown in there. It's not great. I'll show it because I feel like it's important to show. There. So I just got to count out 15 of those for order A. Let's do it on camera. What can I go on? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. All right. Can I see the back with 1.5 hands? Good go. All right, now we got 4-5. So here we go. I got 1 10 8x16. Supposedly there only is 1 10 8x16 in here. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. All right, that's order B. Back into that thing. Okay. 4-7. I'll close that up later because I can't do that with one hand. They only want 1 6x8 reddish brown. Supposedly there only is 1 6x8 reddish brown. There it is. Ka-chow. Sorry. I keep saying that, and I'm so sorry because that sounds so dumb. All right, 410. 1 2. 3 and 4. Okay. Bag 8. And it's just raw in bag 8, so I don't need to look at those letters. 6x12. What is it? Dark tan. 1. 6x12. Dark tan, yes, that's what it would be as well. 6 by 16. All right, here we go. 4-8-B. You can see this is where I've mentioned it before. I guess I need to seal those back. They're not going anywhere. But where it'll have things out of order because we've got overflow 4 coming after overflow. But no, you're fine. Just kidding. Nothing's wrong. It's the minifigure one that's out of order. Because it doesn't seem to have an order. All right, A, C, D. Where's B? There's B. All right, I got 1 dark tan. There, cleaning out of plates. Thank you very much, order B. All right. Dash C. This one here. How many of those? 3. My only 3. Wowzas. Thank you. B is going to have a big, hefty box. Well, not too big. All right. And we got D. When my kids were young, and they wanted something, I would point it and say D. I guess I was literally way of saying this. So, like D, D. And 5, 5. Probably never close those up. All right. 5, 5, A. And this is so much faster than what I was doing before. We got reddish brown, of which there is one right there. Reddish brown. Oh, that's what I see. Pay attention. Just double check all the rest of that. Yep, those tiles are A. All of these plates are there. That's order C. Good to go. All right. This back in here. And now, I'd say that's pretty full. Fortunately, I'm able to put things in my mailbox. Cool pumpkin my kids did. Nice. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, October 17th. Just wanted to go over a little bit of, housekeeping and some of the stuff I'm working on. Might seem mundane, but I thought it was important to discuss. So I've been uploading these plates and end up with not 1, 2, but 3 drawers of 1x2 plates. And I've got them more or less so that there's unique kinds of colors. So you can see like there's the bright light orange or whatever it is in there, whereas yellow's over here. They're, if you have them next to each other, you can tell. But if you're just reaching in a drawer and grabbing, it's a lot easier to just grab, all right, here's 6 of the yellows without having to be, wait, is that a yellow or is that bright light orange, etc. So got those pretty well color situated. So like the dark reds are in here and the reddish brown is in there. Another one that's kind of close to causing problems. Some of the blues are split up between them. Like there's a dark azure, there's a medium azure in there, and then there's regular blue in there. I think dark blue is also in this one. So that also consolidated down from a couple of the other drawers down into these ones. I think there's one left that's not in these. It's medium blue, and I just left that where it was. It's not a common color. There's only 5 of them that I have. So it's not a big deal for that. But consolidating down into as few drawers as possible for the same kind of item, same item number. Doing something similar with this. So it's kind of like, so when I do the dishes upstairs and it's the next day or whatever, the dishwasher's clean from running at nighttime, you'll have all of the dishes that are drying or have dried on the drying rack from doing dishes the night before. I could empty the dishwasher, put those with the dishes that are there, but that kind of muddies it up, right? If those ones are drying, stuff coming in the dishwasher could be a little bit damp, and it can make the stuff that's supposed to be dry already done. So there's a process. I take care of the stuff in the drying rack first, put that away. Then I take care of the stuff in the dishwasher, put that on the drying rack. Then I can approach anything that's on the sink.
similar process to this. There's steps that I think work best to go through in order to achieve the outcome that you're looking for. I want to get this stuff cleaned up. So I had those in the plate spins over there. Both plate spins are very full. So rather than going into color sorting, or not color sorting, but sorting out these bins that are all colored, taking those out and filling up those plate bins even more and more and more, stuffing that out, I wanted to get the plates and those bricks out to give myself a fresh drying rack for the dishes to come out and go into. That was my original thought behind it. Anyhow, so yeah, I want to get these taken care of, get the bricks taken care of. I did the slopes before, which are already filling up again from breaking down those other sets. I need to do the wedge plates and the modified plates. Then after all that, then I feel pretty comfortable about doing some color sorting. And these are probably just do like some basic stuff. So when I go to do bricks, I can just pull out a bunch of these as I go. But yeah, so that's the current course of action. I think I will go ahead and take some 1x4s, make that my next thing to do. I got to figure out what the current drawer situation is with those, and then probably start using some more. As you can see, I am quickly running out of wide drawers. I will need to figure out some either new acro situation, put a couple wides there, or I could even take this one off, put a wide one in it instead. Even though the drawers are numbered, the drawers can come out and they can go into a different one. But that kind of thing might be a good option, especially if I get one more. Let's see, how much are in these? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these only have 4, and then those being, I guess, slightly taller, there's only 3 of them. But if I take out these 2 sections here, then that equals one of these. So I could drop another 64 there. That would keep my drawer numbering even. Move all the drawers down. The 64 drawers from that one would then replenish up here, and then these 2 could go here, or they could start that section. Something. We'll see. Fortunately, I still have another several wide drawers to grow before I have to figure out anything too drastic, but the time is coming. I think I said this on the other video. I was going to start these with E, but I decided to do it with F. So, etc. F001 on down to 256 or whatever it is. The reason being is this is my D section. If I made that my E section, if I did anything over here, it would either need to be a continuation of D or something else that would be kind of messy. But if I have it, I'm going D, then I have flow to E, flow to F, and then brings me back to the wides, which, sure, maybe that was a bad way to do it with the W instead of the D, but the issue with that is it would knock out say I changed the layout, and I moved, like I was just saying, move those over here, then those wides would be out of order as far as if they were numbered D. Or if I drop another acro here, it'd be easy enough to shift this one down there, etc. But if these were in a D order, then that would be way out. It'd just be messed up. So I still am happy with having the wide drawers enumerated as, or identified as W, etc. I think that was still a good plan. Yeah, I'm happy with it. So we'll see what happens. We might keep this as it is, since those are all small drawers. All this could be wide drawers, and that could work out pretty well. But we'll see. There's options, and there's time. Now we just got to make the money. All right, we got 2 orders to pick today on the 17th of October. This one says, please ship ASAP. I will do my best. This one is only one lot, 30 items. I already previewed these, but it is basically all the minifigure stand parts. All right, D17. That's a garbage drawer. But fortunately, we only need 2 of these. And 2. And I looked at this before, and I'm pretty sure the entire order, both of these orders are actually all new parts. So it should not be too difficult to jam through. This is where I was a moron, and you can see, put that one down. I've got these with the horizontal grip. You got these vertical grip, both in the same stupid drawer. So yeah, that was a dumb move. Fortunately, it doesn't really affect me too much, just because these aren't like highly sought after parts. They want 3 of the vertical, or 3 of the horizontal, 4 of the vertical. Alright, so there's our vertical. It's because it goes by the direction that the piece snaps in. Here's 2 and 3. I'll get it with one hand. 1 and 2. Alright. So we've got 1, 2, 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Good to go. Curious what the order's for. Like, these aren't like super crazy parts, but you know, what's the order for that? This is crucial to have. This is another one that's a problematic drawer, but I don't know. This new stuff, almost I'm less concerned about these days. I'm really liking used. But the reason I say it's a dumb drawer is because I've got both quarter pieces and square tiles in one drawer. Don't do that, kids. Don't do what Jordan did. All right, so that's that one. I don't remember what set this is even from. Because these are all in the same relative area. 26. I just want one dark blue gray. Alright, trying to do better about pointing the camera where I'm actually doing anything. One dark blue gray. 106. 106. This is from the Shang-Chi set here. It's probably going to be a dump. I want 2 out of my remaining 3. See, this is where the finisher ones are nice, because now I'm going to have a lot of one of these clips floating around in here. But that's okay. It's alright. I'm happy to take exactly what people need. Alright. We could go around. So this is left-handed. And it's even a terrible view for you. Ha! Alright. That's shaking, it all falls out. 108. 8 of these. 1, 2, 3. Where'd they go? Down there, in the depths. Depths of shale. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because those are like stuck. Alright. 3, 4, 5. 6. 7 and 8. Alright. 109. Got 1. I don't know if this is from a mock pop-up or something, because that only does new parts. Alright, got 1 of those. Check. 111. Got 10 of those. Okay. Let's make it easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So there should be 2 left in here. 1, 2. I see them. Good. It's the wrong way. Ta-da. 111 is done. 138. We want 1 dark blue gray. 1 dark blue gray. 140. I want 2 these gray pins. 1, 2. See, for a lot of stuff, the whole mix lots thing works out just fine. It's just some stuff where it can get a little hectic. All right, 273 is way down here. 1. 73. This is from that Harry Potter set. Oh, good, right there, right in front. Overflow. Let's skip that for a second. Wide 4. I want 4 of the dark blue gray. 4. Oh, shoot. This is one of the ones I have both single wides and double wides in, but I'm pretty sure I did it so different colors are in different ones. So there shouldn't be dark blue gray of this in the 2 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, tile 5. They want 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tap. Okay, W19. Everything out of here. I want 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, here's the other one. It's probably a clean out of that drawer. Wide 73. I want 2 of those. Wide 73. Really? Alright, that's going to be a fishing for it kind of thing. Alright, so get that one in a second. Overflow 3 jumpers. This is one of those paddle things. So, do they sell? Sure. Are they worth doing? Probably not. But it's nice to have if you don't have that lot. Then people will, get some PAB stuff if it's actually a lot that you don't have. But beyond there, don't waste your time. All right, I gotta fish in that drawer for those 2. Then I'll get the stuff packed up and out in today's mail.
So I started some work on the Disney 100 camera, the one that comes with Walt and Mickey and Bambi and Dumbo and Minnie. And I just love this mechanism because it's like, it's what I did. It's what I did in college. I mentioned that when I had a video about buying the set. But just like the detail they've got in it, I do wish it could mechanically articulate and such, but I understand that that's too small to be able to do all that it should do. But like these parts here, those help the arms. They're I don't remember what kind of joints, but they help the arms go in and out. So you can collapse the tripod or you can extend it out. There's this part here, which would be, but it depends on the tripod. Sometimes you would unscrew it here, or sometimes you'd unscrew it here, which I think that's what this part is for. You unscrew it there. Then this helps to align the head to a level that you'd have, like a bubble level. And then once you have it set, you tighten it back down. You have your tilt, so you would adjust it. If I remember right, you adjust it here, and then you tilt your tripod up and down that way to get your shot, and then you'd tighten it back down there. Yeah, this is just 2 bags in, and already super cool. Like the way this part was to make that tilted axis just slightly is perfect. Really like it. Bag 1, this is bag 2. I think only bag 2. Bag 1 was the animation tray set up with the clapboard. So yeah, pretty neat thing. Really enjoying it. I'm gonna definitely enjoy having it up on my shelf when it's done.
And there it is. It looks pretty awesome. The feature on this, use those 3 different, it's actually printed door pieces to create how the animation would have actually been done back in the day. And all sits on the clapboard. And those have spots that you could put minifigures if you desired. I'm not keeping mine. Film strip is pretty neat. There's Lego-fied scenes from many of our favorite Disney movies. This opens up a little bit. Opens up, and Walt can sit in there at like an animation desk, and you can use that Mickey Mouse print piece on the desk like he's actually drawing on it. You got your viewfinder there, your film reels up top, the bellows on the front, the crank. It's supposed to be able to click on a gear. Mine didn't seem to really catch the gear too well. That's okay. It's not for my play. So yeah, I love it. I put it there. Move the succulents up there because the sticks were just a little too big for the shelf. I didn't feel like that was particularly secure. But that's a perfect spot for it. I'll be able to look at it every day when I walk in my messy desk. And then the figs, I'm putting up on Bricklink. I already have those ready to go. And I sold the gift with purchase. It's actually going to go out to UPS today. So if I get what I'm asking for the figs, which I haven't priced, my normal pricing, which is a little bit higher than sold average. If I get what I want for the figs and what I got for the gift with purchase, I will actually come out ahead on the camera. So basically have the camera for free, and more like they actually pay me $5 to take the camera, which is awesome. As much as I want to have Lego sets, I want to spend as little as possible on the ones that I have for display. So if I can have one for basically free, assuming my figs sell at the price I have them listed, even if I have to drop them 10% or so, I'm still going to come out even. That's it for this video. On to another vlog week. Certainly have plenty of things to do. Got a package from Harbor Freight to put up more of those. And probably start labeling up the drawers on that side. And then just continuing on with all those plates. Cheers, everyone.